McKinney, and we're just finding out from everybody, where you go to school and if you've had issues on campus or in your community about Israel, and how would you like to become a better advocate for Israel?
I mean, I go to San Jose State, and one thing that I can remember recently is, I don't know if everyone knows that, what I just remember from what Eric was talking about was that lady on the bike who walks around with a sign, she has signs in the back of the case that says Israel's an apartheid state.
Wow. She rides
She's
on
Jewish.
campus like that?
She's Jewish.
Yeah,
That's very
Zionism is
painful.
racism.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's on, she rides a bike.
Wow.
Really
Are you
sad.
serious?
Yeah, and
I almost punched her in the face.
Wow.
she's not even a student, she's like older.
Yeah, luckily everyone thinks she's crazy because she's like, the way she presents herself, she looks like she's crazy.
Exactly. But I mean, still, like, some people, there's definitely, I'm sure some people are like, oh, like, that could be true, and then they believe that, but then there's some people who don't, like, believe it, obviously. And, I mean, the most recent issue I had is actually a conversation with my friend on Facebook who says that Israel is, like, horrible, and, like, how they kill Americans, and how, like, and I was like, really? Because, like, Israel, like, because there was a misunderstanding with, what is it called? Two things that had one with the ship. I forgot.
The Liberty. Yeah, back in '67.
Yeah, and then he's completely thinking about that, and then it's
Really?
like, just that. I'm like,
Wow.
there's so much more to it, and like, that. I'm like, how many Americans? I think they killed, and he's comparing it to Iran and Iraq, and how like, we killed more than them, when really I looked it up, and it was only 34 were like, either wounded or killed. Only 34 about how many. And so we had this debate, and it got to the point where I just realized that at least there were a few people on there, and they were all very, like, ignorant, it seemed like. It seemed like they just didn't know what they were talking about. And, like, for me, like, I have some education because I've, like, went to Israel, like, or not went to, but I've learned about Israel advocacy, how it's all about peace, and we try to advocate that, and they were just, like, all talking about, like, things that didn't even make sense at all. Like how, like, I'm like, it's the only democracy they didn't understand that. So it's like things like that where there's so many people like that who already, like, you can't really change their mind, and you just have to ignore those people. So it's like, I think one thing I've learned is to not argue with those people, because you're not going to change their mind. You have to go to the people who are not, like, who don't know anything about it, who are just kind of like in the middle, and like, what's going on in this whole, like, two sides thing. So,
Not to go off on a tangent, but the thing about the Liberty, which is the ship that